Shout out Young Swisher.
Get up, let me begin. This is TWSN. You ain't heard about us yet, well you better know now, because it's the place that it all goes down. Get up, let me begin. This is TWSN. You ain't heard about us yet, well you better know now, because it's the place that it all goes down.
Shout out Young Swisher.
I got something to say, you better listen up. Turn that bass up on me, pick it up.
Welcome back to another episode of the Sit Down with Malik Wright, presented by the Right Way Sports Network. I'm your host, Malik Wright. Special guest joining me this time around, Bengals 17th overall pick, the man, the disruptor. We got Shemar Stewart in the building. Appreciate you for joining me on the show, brother.
Appreciate you having me, man. I'm good. I'm great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as you guys all know what the Sit Down's about, we give you guys an in-depth look on the athlete beyond the game, beyond the face mask, beyond the jersey. So this show is going to be awesome, man. So Shemar, I want to start off about your days, right? Growing up in Florida.
Yeah.
You know, you're a kid from Florida. You had so many offers from so many big schools. What made you choose Texas A&M over Ohio State, over Michigan?
Man, funny story. Ohio State was my dream school.
Really?
It was Ohio State and LSU, both my dream schools. So I was like, man, if I ever get one of those, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
So I got LSU right when COVID, like the visit would open after COVID. One of my visits to LSU, horrible visit. I was like, oh man. So back to the drawing board. I'm like, okay, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Went to my visit, everything was cool. The D-line coach said, like, hey, I'm coming to one of your games. Just wait for me. we're gonna chop it up after the game type shit. I went play the game, look at the sideline, I don't see him. After the game, I checked my phone, one of the little sports outlet, and mine was like, Coach so-and-so is at 𝗦𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗧 looking at this player.
Mm-hmm.
I said, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You just told me you're gonna come to my game,
right.
and you went to somebody else's game. Like, so I took that as like disrespect. So I was like, threw him away. I forgot about him. And then A&M came around.
Right.
Like the most family-oriented coaching staff ever. So I was like, man, I really like the vibe out here. Never been to Texas. Also, my mom didn't want me to stay in Miami. So there's already automatically out.
Yeah.
So it just made it easy.
So I'm sure that put like a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, right?
Oh yeah. I'm like, cause I really thought we was locked in.
Yeah.
Like that hurt.
You say, man, I'm going to Ohio State. I mean, that's gonna be my school. So a question I got for you is describe what your time was like at Texas A&M that like shaped you into the player you are, the human that you are today.
Man, my time at A&M was great. Full ups and downs, you know, as anybody's career.
Yeah.
My coaches throughout the years, I had, 2 DCs, 2 head coaches, 3 position coaches. So, but all of them all had the same characteristics, within, making sure you're always good, even though you're away from home. So, they always took care of me. To this day, I still talk to all my coaches.
Oh, that's awesome.
Great relationship there always.
For sure.
They always took care of me, always made sure I was good, always made sure I had my mind on straight.
For sure.
Like a family away from my family, basically.
For sure, my man. Do you have a favorite teammate that you ever played with? And who is that?
Favorite teammate? Man, I got a couple.
Talk to me.
I'll say my boy Nana, my best friend from A&M. He's 12th man right now.
All right.
Shout out to my boy.
Hey, you think he's next up?
Walk-ons really get overlooked on paper because he's a walk-on, whatever. But he's doing his thing right now. He's the 12th man for a reason.
Yeah.
That's a great honor. And go out there and do what he do every day.
So this is a full circle moment actually, because we got the chance to talk with you at the NFL Combine, and we were one of the first people at your podium. And we asked you, about there was a lot of critics, a lot of people that had thoughts on the whole lack of sacks, but you absolutely tested off the charts, right? And one of the lines you talked about, you said, I want to make sure I read this correctly, that you felt production was a little bit overrated stat because they don't tell the full story, which I think self-explanatory. But I think that in your own words, why do you feel that way? Why do you think that there's so many other ways that, the game is impacted other than just what's on the stat sheet?
Let's just start with the sacks.
Yeah.
Bro, any coach could drop a play that could get a single person a sack.
Yeah.
Like you could manufacture sacks.
Yeah.
In my eyes,
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
You know, like, but the way you impact the game, like the way people like feel about you, like, okay, we're not going here because he is there. Like a Miles Garrett thing. Okay, he gets sacks. But
Yeah.
like you saw that one play where like they were trailing him, the two titles were trailing him.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel like I impact the game. Like
Right.
they gotta account for me.
Yeah. 100%. I guess the biggest way we could talk about that is film doesn't lie. You know, I was talking with one of my guys over at PFF. He's one of your biggest fans. His name is 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗡. And you probably have heard of him, may have not, but he's a giant in this space. And I remember he pulled me to the side. He said, Shemar Stewart is an absolute game wrecker. He's a game changer. He was like, do you think Cincinnati is going to draft him? Because he's like, you're my Cincinnati guy. I was like, I think so. I think so.
Man.
And he was like, you guys are getting an absolute dog. He was like, turn off the stat sheet. Don't look at the stat sheet. When you turn on the tape, it speaks for itself, an absolute game record. And every single time we turned on the tape and we watched, there you were flashing each and every single time. We do a show called State of the Jungle every single Wednesday. And this guy right here was the first person that brought you up long before the combine, back when we were just doing our shows and we were talking. He's like, Shemar Stewart is a guy, you could put him anywhere on the defensive line. So I got to give respect where respect is due. That man right there, he knew what he was talking about. And you know, what did Shaq say? I got to apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. So, you know, man, shout out to Logan for sure. But I got a question for you. What do you tell data analytic driven people, right, that look at, that really go by the stats and they base everything off of that? What do you say to, what does Shemar Stewart have to say about that? That say, hey, you know what? He might have all the measurables, but the stats don't necessarily back. What do you say to that?
Simple. Like,
I
you
love
don't
that.
watch the game. Like,
I love that.
if you're gonna base a game based off a paper, then you're not a real sports fan.
Yeah.
Like you just go, you like somebody that go check their bets.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me go see how many yards you got.
Yeah.
Like that's how I see you.
Yeah. No,
like, you gotta go watch the game. You gotta see what is happening. Like games could be way closer or way farther than what the stat sheet say.
Yeah,
or
sure.
what the scoreboard say.
So you got drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm pretty sure you were mocked everywhere on the draft board, right?
Yeah.
There were people that had you going top 10. There were people that had you going top 15. But you get drafted by the Cincinnati Bengals with the 17th overall pick. Describe to me what that moment was like for you, like for your family.
Man, for me, I had a lot of mixed emotions, man.
Yeah.
I went on 15, 30 visits.
Yeah.
If you know what that is, it's like you fly to a team. I had 15 of them. I had like 10 days in a row where I was just flight. And none of those teams drafted me.
Yeah.
So even though some of them made a promise to me. I was like, when you give somebody that type of hope, and then you just straight up lie to them, like there's no feelings to that. Like you just feel like
a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, like you mad, but then I turn around and see my mom crying. It's like, man, I'm blessed.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I really did it.
You did do it, brother. And congratulations to you too as well. But what was the biggest lesson you learned throughout that entire process, right? Through the highs, the lows of it all, you're here.
Stay true to who you are. Always bet on yourself.
Yes, sir.
That's what I told myself. When my coach is like, hey, is either you go out there and show the world what you could do, or you could come back for another year. You know we would love to have you. Yeah. But either way we go, we still love you and support you.
For sure. For sure. Absolutely. You've only been in Cincinnati for a little bit, a couple months, right? But what was that like when you first touched down in Cincinnati? You came to the Bengals. What was that whole process like for you?
When I first came here, I was welcomed with open arms. Everybody was so welcoming. I was really ready to make this my home. Like I was like, I'm ready to do everything now.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm ready to establish myself. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So I was ready since they called my phone.
What would you, Shemar Stewart, consider a successful rookie season? Success is shaped and defined in so many different ways, but how would you define a successful rookie season for you?
Man, I just want to go out there and be who my coaches and my teammates thought I would be, because they put so much trust and faith into me, drafting me 17 overall.
Right.
So, I got to live up to that.
Absolutely. You talked in the past interviews, you talked about how it took a lot of support for you to get here. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
People always say it's not one person that raised a kid, it's a village. And I had a lot of great men in my life. Of course, my mom, my family, they always stuck with me throughout the highs and lows, everything in between. It took a village to get me to this point.
Absolutely.
I had a lot of people back home that believed in me way before I even believed in myself. And I feel like that really thrusted me in to the position I am today.
You talk about the sport. One of your biggest supporters, I think you already know who I'm about to go. I'm gonna call him Coach Mo because that's what I know him as on Twitter. He rides for you completely, like really big, huge supporter. To describe to me like y'all about y'all relationship.
Man, when I first met him, my freshman year in high school, I walked into the little coach's office. He's like, man, he looked at me up and down. He's like, who is you? And how I never heard of you before? Like, you know what? Forget all that. Just know I'm gonna make you the best player in the country.
Yeah.
A couple months later, I'm gonna be the best player in the country. I was the best player in the country. So I was like, you know what? If he like had that much faith that I would turn out this way, like I gotta listen to everything he's telling me. And like ever since then, our bond just grow, you know, to like a father-son relationship.
For sure. That's awesome, man. Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's always willing to talk ball with anybody. He's in Twitter Spaces, the whole 9 yards. Just I appreciate his knowledge of the game. So I got to ask you a little bit of a fun question. Pass rush is my favorite thing to watch completely. I'm a complete sucker for it. But I got to ask you, what was your first pass rush move that you learned?
Long arm.
Long arm.
Yeah, I was always been tall.
Okay.
So the first thing I got stuck with was long arm.
Okay. So would you say that's the one that you've perfected to a degree? Okay. Now, I was watching a game of yours, specifically in preseason. And correct me if I'm wrong, did you try to hit like a Euro step in one of the games? It seemed like you tried to cross the guard up.
Oh,
you rush the pass from the inside.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I just be reacting. Yeah. At this point, I just be out there balling.
Man,
so I don't really.
Yeah, you don't know what you're doing early.
No, I'm just trying to get there.
Man, looked like James Harden was. No, I was watching. Is there any like pass rusher who you patterned your game after when you were coming up, and even now?
Man, when I was coming up, it was more like the J.J. Watts, like the more dominant people in the league at that time. Now it's more like the Max Crosby's. Like he's just so fluent. Of course, I got Trey on the team.
Of course,
I see him every day.
Yeah,
I still understand how we do it.
Yeah,
he's an absolute blur when I be watching him on the field. So I'm trying to be like more like Trey now.
For sure, man. What's the biggest advice that you've gotten from a fellow player since you've joined the league?
Trey said, people be out here doing all this pass rush this, pass rush that. Like I just go out there and react whatever to give it to me.
Yeah. Like
if you go out there with a preset mindset, you're bound to lose.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man.
So, you like we talked about before, you've only been in Cincinnati for a few months. Going into some of the fun questions now. What has been your favorite part about the city so far?
About the city? Does restaurants count?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeff
Ruby's. All right. The precinct?
Man, that butter cake is deadly. That butter cake is mean.
Have you gotten a chance to try Skyline Chili yet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Where do you even get that at?
Man, there are so many. Everywhere. I feel like everywhere you turn is a corner of Skyline.
I don't eat out a lot, so okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've never came in contact with Skyline Chili.
So that's like a huge staple here in Cincinnati. They're known for their chili on hot dogs and cheese conies and all that kind of stuff like that. There's a little bit of a weird thing where you like Gold Star. No, we got to like Skyline. There are some people who like Gold Star chili. Some people like Skyline. I was very curious because most people, when they first moved here, they're like, man, Cincinnati is crazy about their chili. And they realize over time that, it's really a huge staple here. I know some people swear by it. I'm whatever with it. I'm not gonna say what I actually think on the show. I'll probably
wait. All right. So you telling me to try something, but you never tried it?
Oh no, I've tried it. I've tried it. I've tried it. I've tried it a lot. I like. Listen, it's fine. I personally like. If I'm gonna get a cheese coney, I'll personally put habanero cheese on it because that's the only way that I can really stomach chili and chili and cheese on a hot dog bun. But I need something that's gonna be like a little bit of a spicy, have a little bit of kick to it. I'm from Jersey, man. I'm not from here. I moved here a couple of years ago, so I'm learning just like you are a lot about Cincinnati and a lot of the Cincinnati staples. I know you threw your first pitch out at the Reds game. What was that process like, man?
Man, I was there with Cam and my girlfriend. My girlfriend was a pitcher at A&M.
Oh,
and she's like, you don't gotta go that far. She's like, are you nervous? You should go get the ball there. I was like. She was like low-key psyching me out. But like in the back of my head, I know I had got it. So I was like, I'll try to go. I didn't want to be one of the people that try to be like a pro and try to throw it all hard.
That'd be like me.
So I was like, you know what? Just try to get it there and just enjoy the moment.
For sure.
I got it there. It was good. Sure.
Now, outside of football, my man, what are some of your favorite hobbies? What are something people don't know about Shemar Stewart that you like for them to know?
Man, I'm a sneakerhead. I love cars.
Okay.
And I be on my game.
Okay.
I just be chilling. I like my dogs.
You like your dogs too? What kind of dog you got?
I got a Frenchie. I want to get another one too.
Okay. Okay. I got a golden retriever. Yeah. He's the sweetest dog in the world.
Oh yeah.
But you talked about your video games. It's so funny. Everybody that I sit down with for the most part, outside of maybe two people, weren't the biggest video game players. What are some of your favorite video games that you play?
Man, Call of Duty. Probably like number one.
Call of Duty, okay.
That gave me like the most joy during COVID.
Okay.
And 2K.
And 2K. You good in 2K?
Am I? Yeah. I'm gonna find out.
What's this thing? I want to find out.
PS5.
I got a PS5.
Oh.
Oh, wait, ho. I got a PS5. I am an Xbox player. Who do you play with? Let me ask you that.
The man that introduced me to football, I play with his son to this day.
Okay.
And his little brother.
All right. What team do you play with though?
Oh no, we play with our own players.
Okay.
We make our own players.
Now, do you play with a team though? No. Okay.
No.
So you can't see me in 2K.
You know, that might be a little challenge.
I would love. We you know what? We should make that happen. You versus me in 2K. You know, if you beat me, I'll donate to whatever charity.
Okay.
You know, I think we could set that up. I'm gonna probably need to practice to make sure I got Luka's shot down.
Okay.
But you know, I'm
you gonna go with the Lakers?
Oh yeah. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a Celtics fan. But Luka Doncic is my favorite player in the entire association. So,
okay.
You know, we can make that happen. You don't play Madden though?
I could work the block on Madden now.
Oh, see, I'm better at Madden. I'm better in Madden.
We could work something out.
All right, let's make it happen. No, like, there you guys got it. Me versus Shemar Stewart in either Madden or 2K. It's definitely happening. I got to ask you this a little bit of a fun question. When you get your first NFL sack, is there any like type of celebration you got to do? You know, there are so many pass rushers in the league that have like their own sort of celebration when they get a sack. J.J. Watt had his own. Brian Burns does the Spider-Man thing. What's Shemar Stewart going to do?
Man, I gave it a lot of thought. I think I'm going to do the rolling the 7.
Rolling 7?
Yeah, like dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Make that the money.
Okay, yeah.
Because people always say I was a gamble.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah,
I like
it
that.
correlates. Come on now.
I like that. A lot of thought put into that. So how does Shemar Stewart define success? Like when it's all said and done, let's say 20 years, you hang up your cleats, you're done playing football. What would you look back on and consider yourself having a successful career?
Man, when the coaches are coaching up the new generation and they pull up my tape and be like, this is teach tape right here. Mm-hmm. This is what it needs to look like. Right. Like that's just success to me. Like, you know, if somebody's teaching off of what you've done, then you was doing something right.
For sure.
Of course.
Now, my final question for you, brother, and I appreciate you again for being so gracious with your time is, when you look at it, right, and you see how much of an inspiration you are to so many players that probably want to be in your spot, what is your advice to a young player, right, that's trying to be the next Shemar Stewart someday? What is your advice to
them? What I tell everybody is, no matter how many people doubt you, no matter how many people don't believe in your dream, no matter how many people say your dream is outrageous, it's your dream. It's your right to chase your dream, no matter how far or how short it's going to take you. You will never know if you never take a shot. So I tell them, always believe in yourself, always bet on yourself.
Yes, sir.
Because you're the only person that's going to have you at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. So we kind of talked about this before the interview started. Who's your favorite music artist?
Future.
Why?
Because, man, like I feel like growing up, like Future been hot since I was like in elementary. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why switch up now?
You ever go to a concert?
No, I don't do concerts.
Okay.
I feel like people were sounding worse in concerts than actually doing their music on the phone.
It could be. That could be the case.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, you're kind of right on that. You're kind of right on that.
I feel like I'm wasting money to hear somebody. I don't want to. I'm not gonna say he sound bad at concert, but I'm like, I don't want to take that risk that he gonna sound bad. I'm gonna be hot. Yeah. I'm gonna be squishing the crowd. Like I could just listen to you on my phone. I'd be good. Man.
I'm a huge Drake fan myself, right? Obviously, I thought that the Future album that he had with Drake, what was it? What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to come out with part 2 of it. It never happened. Well, we know what happened.
It's not gonna happen.
I know, man. It's disappointing, bro. We kind of talked about our thoughts on the beef. Did you have a thought on who won that?
Man, boy, Drake got fried like chicken.
Man, listen, I think that story's still being told. Still, the Iceman rollout seems to be legendary.
I think it's over with.
Oh man, I hope not, man. But Shemar, what's your final message to Bengals fans, right? That's your camera right there on the side. What's your final message to Bengals fans? What do they have to look forward to with Shemar Stewart as a Cincinnati Bengal?
Like I said before, I ain't gonna stop until one of the league's best. You know, I'm gonna come in every day, go 100%, go 110% on the bad days.
Yeah.
You know, it needs a little bit more effort throughout this game we play on some days. But you know, I'm coming in to be my best. I want to come in and learn, be one of the best teammates, be a positive figure in the community. You know, I just want to come in and just leave my mark on Cincinnati in a positive way.
Awesome. Shemar Stewart, everybody. Listen, we appreciate Shemar for his time.
Thank y'all for having me.
Of course, man. Of course, man. If you guys give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we upload content or go live for another episode of The Sit Down with Malik Wright.
Get up, let me begin. This is TWSN. You ain't heard about us yet, well you better know now because it's the place that it all goes down. Get up, let me begin. This is TWSN. You ain't heard about us yet, well you better know now because it's the place that it all goes down.
Shout out Young Swish.